What a cliffhanger. Tentomon is about to answer how long it will take for them to get to the digital world on his wings, and then he and Koshiro are swallowed whole by Whalemon. Now we'll never know how long it takes for Tentomon to fly to the digital world from the internet. Welcome, one and all, to the fourth installment of Writing on Digimon, Bergermon Soars, the long-awaited fourth episode of Digimon Adventure 2020. If there ever was a moment for the show to go on hiatus and return months later because of real-life events, this was the episode to hit the pause button. At the very least, they were able to wrap up the Omegamon stuff and lead way into the next story they want to tell. This really felt like the start of a new story with the introduction of Sora and the digital world. It's like part 2 is here and we only had to wait a couple of months rather than a week. With all of that out of the way, let's get into episode 4. I have to admit that I don't know where I stand on the introduction scene where Sora meets Agumon for the first time. She pops out of nowhere, confused as to where she is, and she asks about Agumon being a dinosaur. She just accepts it, and just accepts that she's in the digital world and that he's a Digimon. Taichi at least had a moment of awe from staring at the digital lake and meeting Agumon in a place that he did not expect to emerge from. There wasn't a moment of culture shock, it just happened and now we're on our way to this mountain. But besides this, Sora protecting Biyomon, despite the two not having a formal introduction or semblance of who each other are. Sure, Biyomon knows who Sora is as she was the one that's waiting for her, just like Agumon was waiting for Taichi, but the poor thing was scared out of her mind, running from Simon like a gazelle frantically trying to escape the lion. She was on fight or flight mode, and there wasn't a moment for her to think about who it was in front of her. But Sora's love and tenderness is elegantly displayed as she nurtures this frightened Digimon. That's the stuff I live for. These characters have long been established as having certain crests in relation to their Digimon that are part of their personalities. Tai has courage, Koshiro has knowledge, and Sora, well, that's a big old bunch of love that she carries in her. She's the caregiver, the nurturer, and she doesn't hesitate to protect this Digimon that she just met. She saw a Digimon in danger and she jumped in to protect her, or at least shield her while Tai and Agumon fought Simon. I love seeing the personalities shine through the actions of the characters. Oh, and I don't actually mean that I live for this stuff because, you know, there are plenty of other stuff to live for, but I still very much like it. It just means that the writers are paying attention. This was the Sora episode. This was her big moment to shine as Tai and Greymon had theirs. I was wondering if they were going to find a way to write Taichi and Greymon out of the scene to have Bergermon have her moment. And whilst they mostly did, it wasn't as dramatic as they possibly could have made it. Taichi and Greymon were off on the side protecting Sora and Bergermon from this water-based Digimon, though it was Simon returning for Biyomon that got them to have their moment. It was this predator relentlessly coming for its prey that got Biyomon to find its courage with the help of Sora beside her. I like this. It's just that the battle took two fronts calling for action from both parties. It's nice to see that this Digimon will come into her own with the help of her partner beside her. She was a scared little rookie until her long-awaited friend arrived, and now it's time for her to become an active character. I suppose the final thing I want to mention before closing off is I'm having a difficult time remembering how proactive the Chosen Children were in the original series. I'm stuck between, well, they sometimes jumped in the fight, and other times they stared frantically as their Digimon fought the big baddies. But if this isn't something that carried over from the original series, then I must commend them for it. Though this isn't something that was revealed in this episode, this is something that's already been shown from the previous episodes as well. We already saw this with Taichi fighting the virus types in the net, and here we are seeing it with Sora climbing the bug Digimon to try and save Biyomon. Because Sora apparently doesn't get culture shock, and it's totally normal for a kid her age to not be scared of a giant bug monster trying to eat her new bird friend. Whatever, it's cool. Better than screaming at the sidelines, an active character will always be more interesting than a passive one. I kind of feel like I'm ending this on a sour note. I hope this doesn't ruin the video for anyone because I'm really glad Digimon is back. I've been waiting for the return of this series since it went on hiatus. The adventure is just beginning. Tai and Sora finally found a way to get to the temple quickly. Koshiro has been eaten, Yamato is MIA, and the other chosen children have yet to make their appearances. But hey, next week is Koshiro's episode and it's about time. The little guy has been playing Houston for too long. It's time for him to get in the action, and Oh my god. Oh my god, I just remembered. The teaser of Ogremon at the end of the episode gave me chills. The saliva dripping from his mouth. Goodness. Oh my god, what role will he play? Will he make yakiniku of the chosen children next time? Oh, and rate, comment, and subscribe, and give me 5 stars on iTunes for the podcast that doesn't exist. Join me next week, and we'll continue to Digimon Digital Monsters into the next one. Bye, ciao.